Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. And welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not. And the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. So, first, I want to say Happy Valentine's Day. I didn't say it in the last video, but Happy Valentine's Day. And thank you to everybody that sent me cash apps. I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Okay? Now, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. It's a lot of stuff going on today. What the heck is really going on? Okay? So, Wendy Williams, did y'all see the what was it? TMZ's version of Wendy Williams saving Wendy Williams. Did y'all see it, y'all? It's a lot of unanswered questions, y'all. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. They not telling us everything. They are not telling us everything. I'm gonna say this really quick. Wendy Williams was basically saying that, the bank, they was, doing right by her because of her situation and people trying to steal from her. So she was trying to act as if the bank and everybody was, in her best interest, basically. And I'm just going to tell y'all, just like Tony Busby just bent the knee, I think Wendy Williams is bending the knee right now. She's doing everything she possibly can to get out of that room, okay? This is a grown woman that done worked all her life, and they done put her on lockdown, basically, okay, y'all? Wendy Williams is confined to a room, and she has to have permission to go out of her room. She got to get buzzed in or whatever. She can't even leave the building, okay? Now she is coming forth in this new documentary, and I call BS. I don't care what nobody say. I call BS. They're putting the total blame on her son, saying that her son is the reason why she's in the situation that she's in. That's a lie. My personal opinion, that's a lie. Okay. I think he's gonna be the fall guy right now. They're going to make her son the fall guy so that she can get probably out of the situation. They put it on him and nobody takes the fall. Nobody gets sued. Nobody get this. Everybody walks away and Wendy gets to go home with her family. None of this makes sense. I don't know that y'all watch it, but the whole thing made no sense, y'all. They tried to tell us that Wendy Williams' son was stealing from her. And it was a red flag went up to the bank. And the bank decided to, take over Wendy's money. Not only did they decide to take over her money, but they decided to take over her health condition as well. And decided that her family and nobody else was, anywhere close to being the person that could handle her money and nothing like that. Only people that could handle that was the people of the bank. Y'all, this is some BS on all y'all. I cannot believe this is what they came up with. That on this document, y'all, this documentary was straight up BS. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: if her son was still in, because they said that her son was supposed to rent a boat or something like that, and it's supposed to be $1,500 for the rent the boat, but it ended up being $100 or something thousand that was stolen out of her bank account for the same amount of time that he was supposed to take this $1,500 out. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. If somebody was stealing Wendy's money, or if her son had a part in stealing her money, there was somebody else behind closed doors that had something to do with this as well. And I call Papa Bear, okay, y'all? They're saying that some woman called in, an older woman, and I'm going to just say this. How do they know if this woman is older or not? If you just listen to somebody's voice. But anyway, they said that her son had an older woman to call in and say that he was Wendy Williams and they was trying to approve some money coming out of her bank account. A lot of money. Hundreds and thousands of dollars. Okay, y'all? Only person that would have did some stuff like that to Wendy was her husband, Kevin Hunter. Okay? And did her son go along with it? If he played a part in it, I do believe he would have went along with it. To be honest with y'all, I always saw her son as, I was hoping for the best. But I always saw him as somebody that was going to use his mama too, just like the daddy did. And the reason why I say this is because after all of those years of being married, Wendy Williams and her husband, and him cheating on her with the side chick and this and that and this, and for the daddy to go and have a whole nother family, and then her son that she laid down and gave birth to, would go and start hanging out with the baby mama, the side chick, and the new baby and the daddy. That to me was, I'm just going to put it out there, I wouldn't even talk to my son no more if he did some stuff like that. I wouldn't have anything else to do with my son if he did some mess like this. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. It's nothing worse than somebody backstabbing you that you think that's supposed to have your back, your blood. Whatever you do for somebody, they're supposed to do it for you. They're supposed to do the same thing. If you're going to ride for them, they're supposed to ride for you. And I'm just going to put it out there like it is. I know that that's supposed to be his daddy and Wendy Williams is his mother. But his daddy betrayed the mama. He betrayed her. And for the son to help steal money out of her bank account just to take money to take care of a side chick and her new baby and a daddy and stuff like that, they left out a lot of stuff that didn't make no sense. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to the fact that Wendy Williams just did a show with Charlamagne. And when she did the show with Charlamagne, when they got to certain questions, she wouldn't answer it. She kept saying, legally, I can't talk about it and this and that and that. So when they was asking her, why did this start in the first place? Now, I'm going to tell you something like this. If it was her son that actually did this, why would she say legally, I can't talk about it? So you can talk about it on TMZ show, but you can't talk about it on Charlamagne's show. And why would this be legally bonding you to be quiet if your son did it? If your son did it, your son did it. Okay? It's some lies coming in there. And I'm just going to tell you, the longest Wendy Williams try to be on some BS, I don't think anything good is going to come her way. Longest she try to lie her way out of this whole situation. And I told y'all, and this is my personal opinion, I think that Wendy Williams is over her head in this whole situation. I think that people tricked her to talk to her that, if you never work again or this and that and that and this, or you lose your job, then you don't have to pay this man. Nothing else. But they didn't, they didn't read between the lines until they didn't let her read between the lines and let her know that just because you ain't got to pay him don't mean you got to pay us. And we the one helping you get out of paying him. So basically, instead of paying him, Kevin Hunter, and taking care of, baby mama number 2 and the side chick and the family, she ended up all that money that was supposed to go to Kevin Hunter actually went toward, the people that's now over her money. So they took the money instead of giving it to him. And if she talks about it and tell the true, and this is my personal opinion, if Wendy Williams tells the truth about why she really is into this conservatorship mess, it will open the door for Kevin Hunter to sue not only Wendy, but the doctors and all of that other stuff. Because now it's starting to look like this whole thing is a fraud. Now they're trying to act as if, drinking will make you lose your memory. So maybe they thought that she was, if you are a doctor and you are saying that this is what is wrong with this person and this and that and that and this, if you are saying this about a person, you got to have some backup that this is what's really wrong with this person. You can't just diagnose this person with something and then this is not what's going on. Now, miraculously, a couple of years later, when Wendy Williams is tired of being in that little room, now they want to point the finger and put it on the son. Y'all, this is some BS. This is some straight out BS. Did y'all hear how Wendy Williams was saying that the judge and the bank was doing this in her favor? She was trying to take up for them. She don't want them to look bad in any light. And they don't want to look bad in any light either. So this is what I'm thinking, that they're throwing it off on Kevin Jr. so that Wendy can get out and then no charges and nobody else looks bad in the meanwhile. Okay, y'all? It's more to this story than meets the eye, and they're not telling us everything. Okay? My personal opinion. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about the situation. But Kevin Hunter Kevin Jr., if he was stealing money out of her bank account, it was definitely Papa Bear's own doing. He wanted him to do it. Okay, y'all? I don't think he was trying to steal money out of her bank account on his own. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Who in the world, ask yourself this question. They said that it was a red flag that somebody was trying to steal from her. Who in the world gets in trouble for somebody else doing? If somebody was trying to steal money from Wendy Williams, that person would get in trouble, not Wendy Williams. Why do she get locked up for them trying to steal her money? The whole thing doesn't make any sense, do it, y'all? And it's simple as that. It's just like I told y'all. And Wendy Williams let the cat out the bag in previous story. If you listen to that first documentary she did, the second one, and just really pay attention to even the interview she had with Charlamagne, she don't want to let the real cat out the bag as to why this whole circumstance came to where it came. And the bank and the Guardian and all of these people don't want to look bad in the midst. The judge don't even want to look bad in the midst, even though the judge looks pretty darn bad. They're saying in the documentary that the judge said that due to the fact that when you keep saying, you know what I mean, that she don't, she can't comprehend and don't know what she really talking about or can't remember. So that alone is making the judge look bad too. But at the same time, Wendy is defending the judge, saying that the judge and the bank did this in her best interest. People were stealing her money, and this is why they put her under the guardianship. But it makes no sense. If you go into a grocery store and a thief steals stuff from the grocery store, they don't take the owner of the grocery store and put them in a room and say that they can't handle their money just because somebody stole from them. It makes no sense, y'all. You punish the person who's stealing, not the person who money that they stole. Nothing in that whole documentary makes sense. And it makes TMZ look bad, the fact that they put that out and they trying to act as if they're trying to help Wendy Wood, but Wendy, it looks as if there's some lies in there, y'all. Wendy Williams is doing whatever she can right now to get out of that conservatorship. And if Britney didn't have to lie to get out, Britney, what's her name? Britney Spears, she didn't have to lie to get out of the conservatorship. They just let her out of it, okay? They said that she was of sound in mind to handle her stuff, even though y'all see Britney Spears, how she dancing around with knives and fake knives, real knives, whatever knives. Do y'all see how Britney Spears is acting on social media, dancing and prancing around with halfway in a birthday suit and dancing around with weapons and all kind of stuff? This is what Britney Spears was doing. Having in the summertime, she was celebrating Christmas. She was doing all kind of weird stuff when they let her out of her conservatorship. And Wendy Williams acts as if she has more sound in mind than Britney Spears. And they don't want to let her out. In order to let her out, she got to lie and make herself look like she is defending the judge. She's defending the judge. On that TMZ show, the judge looks as if the judge could care less about Wendy Williams. And it's going over the conservatorship, the Guardian's head. Now, it's starting to make the judge look bad. In that documentary, that's who looks bad, the judge. And it also looks like Wendy Williams is kissing the judge back door just so she can say and do whatever it is to get the smoke off of them so that they'll let her off. She'll throw her son under the bus just so she can get up out of there. And this is what it looks like in the whole situation. But either way it go, like I said, if her son stole the money, if her baby daddy, ex-husband, is the one that got the son to steal the money from her, how does that make her get punished instead of the son? Wouldn't you punish the son? Make him pay it back, do some kind of community service, something, so that he won't steal from his mama no more. Okay? And the thing of it is, if he was stealing from her, Why is it that a stranger they put as her guardian over her money and her health over her family members? She got a niece that's been on several interviews talking about how they're doing her auntie and this and that and that and this. She seems really, really smart. She has been in Wendy's life, been around her, coming to see her. She seems really concerned about her auntie. Why didn't they put her over her money? Wendy Williams has a sister that's a lawyer. Okay, y'all. She has family members that could have been over her as far as handling her money. If her son was messing up her money, why didn't you pick the lawyer sister? Why didn't you pick the niece that seems to care about Wendy Williams? Why did the bank decide that they'll put some woman that nobody knows over Wendy Williams' money? Not only that, they put her over her health issues. And the things that they're saying that was really, really wrong with Wendy don't look like those are really, really what's wrong with Wendy. The only thing that's wrong with Wendy is the thing that's been wrong with her years and years ago, even on her show. That's why she started wearing gym shoes and all of this stuff. That's why her eyes is bucked, because of health issues and stuff like that. That's why she used to have to wear those, things on her legs, so like massagers and therapy stuff for her legs, wraps and stuff like that, because of her health issues. Why is it that they have to put a stranger over her money other than her family? Okay, nothing they're saying makes any sense right now. So I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. Now there's somebody else that's in the same boat as Wendy right now. And word on the street is there are rumors going around that Kanye West and Bianca Sincera has split after 2 years of marriage. She has had enough. Several people was reporting that they were splitting. But word on the street is, y'all, they were going heavy for Valentine's Day. They're good. Word on the street. Now, this is other story. Other people was putting up false alarm. Rep confirms Kanye West and Bianca Sincera are not divorcing. Announcements about their private life will come from them directly. A whole bunch of people was reporting that they were getting a divorce. But word on the street is they're not getting a divorce. They're not. And I'm just be completely honest with y'all. I believe they're not. And the reason why I think that they're not getting a divorce, this woman had put up with this man for 2 years now? 2 years she has put up with him. Whatever he told her to do, she did it. She looked as stupid as he looks when she's out there in the different outfits, on or off, if she has something on or if she has nothing on at all. She looks like a complete fool. And she has been going along with this for the longest. Look how pretty she look right here. And after she done married Kanye, he done chopped the hair off. He done took off the clothes. And she's looking like a complete fool right now. Okay, y'all? Word on the street, they are not headed for divorce. And they are fine. Actually, yesterday, they was making plans for today for Valentine's Day. So that was all a lie. Okay? Now, word on the street is Kanye West is about to be put in the same situation that Britney Spears was in. He's about to be put in the same situation that Wendy Williams is in right now and trying to get out of. They're about to put him under conservatorship. He is about to have somebody over him, his money and his health. If he don't act like he got some sense, he'll never get out of this conservatorship. She's not leaving. Her family is not going to leave Kanye West's money. And yeah, he got a lot of lawsuits against him right now. And all kind of stuff is going on with Kanye. But Kanye got millions of dollars. And his wife is not going to walk away that easy from that money. It ain't that she care about him so much, because the word on the street, she was running around talking about how he smell, his breath and everything, how he smell. Okay? And I can believe it. If you running around here wearing trash bags, you're going to smell like trash. You're going to be sweaty, stanky, and that's how you're going to smell. And this is what she been, a word on the street, running around telling her friends, that he stinks. Okay? If she didn't put up with that stanky smell for 2 years, you think that she just going to let this money walk out the door? No. Now, some people was reporting that she was going to get half his money in the divorce. But how can she get half and she only been married to him for 2 years, even if they didn't sign a prenup? Now, another thing, they have no kids. So she's not entitled to half of his money, y'all. So she ain't going nowhere. And matter of fact, word on the street, she likes the attention. Word on the street. Now, another word on the street is her and her family are nothing but, hustlers and scammers and frauds and all kind of stuff that her family members done went to jail for all kind of crimes. Okay? Word on the street is her and her family. I don't know, I wasn't there, but this is what people are saying. Word on the street is her and her family is calling themselves, reaching out to lawyers, not for a divorce, but to try to put him under a conservatorship so that she will be over his money. Not only will she be over his money, but she can put him in the same place that Wendy Williams is in and lock him down and let them come and bring him pharmacy stuff every whatever couple of hours and this and that and this until she feels that he's better. So while he's sitting there rotting away in a room, she could be out in her family enjoying his money. Okay, y'all? Shitika is about to get real for Kanye West. Take away Wendy's face right here and put Kanye West, because Wendy Williams could possibly be about to get out. Okay? And Kanye West could possibly about to go in, y'all. Okay? Y'all remember back here, Carl himself was renting this little cell for $1 million to sleep in this cell or something like this for some kind of publicity stuff. He might be in there for real. Okay? A lot of stuff that these rappers do, it ends up coming true. Word on the street. So it's a possibility that he could be taking place of Wendy. Wendy Williams could possibly be coming home soon. There's no denying that Wendy is in her right mind to come home. Only thing isn't now is she got to play ball. But while she's on her way packing her stuff to come out, is Kanye West about to go in? Y'all ask yourself this question. See, he thought he was doing one thing about a lot of these guys that start making this money. They think that, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Okay? Bianca Sensori, he was cheating on Kim Kardashian with her and everything. Word on the street, she been around. She been hitting that. Okay? And she done eased her way in to marriage. And then every now and then, I don't know if y'all heard the other day, there was a story came out about her, praying that, he get better or something like that. She is throwing out subliminals that she's worried about him and his situation. She's also allegedly going behind closed doors, talking to lawyers, trying to figure out how they can put him under a conservatorship. Y'all, this ain't good for Kanye West. This is not good for Kanye West. This could really be Kanye West right now in a minute. Without this, equipment in the corner. He could literally be in a room like this, just like Wendy Williams, and not have no say-so of nothing. Y'all remember back here when he was talking about, Jay-Z and don't send your hitters at him and all of this stuff. And he was talking about that then. He also was talking about somebody that was supposed to be his personal trainer or something like that. He was somebody that was supposed to be also somebody that was giving him some pharmacy stuff so they could keep control over him. And he wouldn't let them, he wouldn't take it. Is this the new way that they're about to get Kanye West right now? Is he about to be in the same boat right here as Wendy Williams? And the crazy part is I mentioned this the other day. That Kanye West is on his way to being in the same boat as Wendy Williams. And lo and behold, now, this is what they're saying, that his wife and her family is discussing right now. Kanye West, in a minute, could not be in any control over his money. He could possibly have to ask Bianca Sensori for permission to spend anything. Long as she passed the test that she's in her right man and she's his wife, she can get the guardianship over him. And word on the street is she just as weird as he is, y'all. She just as weird as he is. And they're saying she's playing a game right now, y'all. She's doing what he tell her to do. She's playing a game so she can get in that position to be over that money. And they say she's a wild child, y'all. Word on the street. They say she's wild and out here in these streets. Word on the street. That her, wearing the things that she's wearing, and people saying that Kanye West is in control of her and doing her wrong. And this, they said, no, she's been like this. They said she's wild and out. She liked wearing it. She loved the attention. She liked the fact of not putting nothing on. So she can say this all she wants, that, oh, Kanye West made me do this and this and that and this. No, they said this is her all day long, y'all. This is her all day long. Is it next, y'all? Kanye pals and ex Bianca consider putting him in conservatorship, y'all. Kanye West is about to be in the same boat as Wendy Williams, and he better run fast. The fact that they even talking about this, I would bounce so fast, and I would drop them like a bad habit. I would go and divorce her, and I would go out of the country somewhere and bounce. Ain't no way in the world that people would tell me how to spend my money that I didn't made. I still can't see it. I just don't. I can't even see how Wendy Williams is in the situation she's in. They saying that there was a red flag went up because her son tried to spend $100 and some thousand. If somebody tried to steal something from you, you don't get punished for it. You are not the person that's supposed to get punished. The person that's supposed to get punished is the person, y'all. Okay? Is the person that did it. So y'all, please make it make sense as to why. Why in the world that Wendy Williams is on conservatorship right now. Then they start bringing up the fact that she was drinking. If we let her be over her money, she's going to drink herself to oblivion. Well, it's her money. Wendy Williams was smoking, Whitney Houston was smoking her kneecaps off. Nobody put her under a conservatorship. Bobby Brown was drinking and smoking his kneecaps off. Nobody put him in a conservatorship. Look at all of the white people that has been drinking and smoking their kneecaps off. The guy that just passed away overseas, he was drinking and smoking his kneecaps off too. They didn't put him in a conservatorship. There are so many people out here that's celebrities that's drinking and smoking their kneecaps off. And nobody is taking over their bank accounts. Nobody is taking over their life and telling them you are not allowed to go here and there and there. It couldn't be me. I'm just going to tell y'all. Ain't no way I'm going to have $100 and something million or whatever in the bank. And you going to lock me in a room and tell me I can't go somewhere? Y'all, please. I'll be just like in the movies trying to break up out of that building. Ain't no way. This is crazy for you to put a grown person on lockdown. Y'all make it make sense because it doesn't. And y'all, please tell me, am I tripping or not? But when has it ever been a day when somebody steal from you and you get punished for the person stealing? And then after the person, somebody steal from you, you like drinking. So they use that as an excuse too for them to be in control of your money. And how many people have y'all ever heard that it had to have somebody put over their money and they let family members? Britney Spears' mama and her daddy and her sister, they went from the mama to the sister, the daddy to the sister being her conservatorship. They were the ones that was telling her what she could spend and could not spend because they said the daddy was stealing money from her when he was over her conservatorship and all of that. So why is it that Britney Spears' family members can be over her and she can have her freedom, but Wendy Williams' family can't? It makes no sense. That it has to be whatever the person tell them. Oh, if Wendy Williams don't drink anymore, she stays sober, then she can be over her own money. Y'all make it make sense. It doesn't make no sense to me. How many people out here that smoked and drank their kneecaps? How many rappers and all kind of people? Look, let's talk about Elvis, okay? How many people been drinking their kneecaps off and doing all kind of street pharmacy stuff, and nobody was over them as a conservatorship? Why her? Why? And I'm gonna ask y'all this question: if you in New York, and this is where Whitney Williams is at in New York, This is where they done took over her bank accounts. This is where they done took over her life. And did y'all see the documentary? And they was like asking her what would she do if she got off of the conservatorship. She said she want to stay in New York. I said, this don't make no sense. Okay, y'all? It makes no sense whatsoever. That's the last place I would want to be. If they took away my freedom in New York, if they took away over my bank accounts, if a judge, call themselves giving me a valuation and something that I say all the time, you know what I mean? How you doing? Your judge say, oh, she don't know. She can't remember stuff because she's saying, you know what I mean? And Wendy Williams said that the judge is nice. She said that she's glad that the bank took over her money because people were stealing her money. She also said that, I'm just saying, y'all, she took up for the judge. Wendy Williams was taken up for these people that got her where she's at right now. Ain't no way that I have been locked up for no 2-3 years in New York and I want to stay in New York. That'll be the last place on earth I would want to be. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping or not. But does it seem like something wrong with this documentary that was just put out? Is there some smoke and mirrors going on right now? That Wendy Williams want to stay in New York where they then had her on lockdown for the last 2 years or more? Why in the world would she even want to stay there? It makes no sense. Now, as far as her son stealing from her and this and that and that and this, put another family member over her money. Okay? Make sure that she's doing some drops from time to time. But at the same time, she's a grown, a single woman. How can you tell a grown woman you can't have nothing to drink? The world celebrates days. They celebrate their birthdays. They celebrate holidays with a little sippy sip. People celebrate their anniversaries with a little sippy sip. You trying to tell me that this grown woman can't have a little sippy sip for a holiday? Now, yeah, does she go overboard? Yes, but she's a grown woman, and this is her money that she worked for. Who is they to tell her how to spend it? It makes no sense to me, y'all. Michael Jackson, they claim he was doing all kind of street pharmacy stuff. Not, stuff to get wasted, but just to sleep. How do you get a person that puts you to sleep when you finna have a surgery to come to your house and give you the same stuff just so you can sleep, not so you can have a surgery? And nobody took over his bank account? Nobody said a thing about nothing. They just let him order whatever he felt like. They call it milk. Are you serious? Are y'all serious? A lot of stuff just don't make any sense to me. There are so many celebrities that then passed away from O to the DN. Okay, y'all? And nobody took their money. Nobody took over their bank accounts. Nobody said, no, your family member is not qualified to be over your money. We're going to put somebody else over your money. Make it make sense, y'all, because a lot of stuff don't. That documentary, I thought that documentary was going to be so much different. I thought it was going to be explosive. But the only thing that was explosive was Wendy Williams is in a vulnerable situation and she has to play ball. She has to say, oh, the bank did me a favor. Oh, the judge is doing me a favor. When all actual reality, the judge is the one that is the reason why she is still in the situation she's in. And she don't want to tell the truth about everything because she could possibly get in more trouble. Not only could she get in trouble, but the people that put her under the conservatorship in the first place, they can get in trouble because allegedly, what I heard was this was all done so Kevin didn't keep getting money. So she didn't have to take care of him. I'm sure right now, if she could, rewind time, Wendy Williams possibly would have gone and paid for Serena and, taking care of him forever, how many years she had to, and went on about her life. After that money and the child support stuff runs out sooner or later. Not that they had a child and she had to pay for a child. But being married to him and his portion of whatever she had to give him, it was going to run out sooner or later and she wasn't going to have to give it to him anymore. But giving up your freedom, and now you can't even tell the truth about why, when, and where. And the more that she lied, the more that it digs her into a deeper hole. A deeper hole is dug if she don't tell the truth that, okay, this conservatorship was the idea of people for me to not pay my husband and his girl and her child. This is what the idea was. Just tell the truth. Alleged truth. Okay, y'all? This is what I heard. That this is what this was all about in the first place. That she did not want to pay and take care of Serena and him and his his sad family. And this is what she came up with. And they tricked her. They tricked her, y'all. And they ended up being over her money and everything else. They got her from paying him, but what happened when she had to end up paying them? And now she can't get her freedom back. And in order for her to get free now, she has to throw her son under the bus and say, he was a red flag. I ain't saying that Kevin Jr. didn't do this. I believe he did this. But this ain't why that she was put in this conservatorship. She was put in this conservatorship because, my personal opinion, just not to pay Kevin Jr., Kevin Sr., and take care of them. That's my personal opinion. And now everybody that's been coming out trying to help her, get her out of the situation, they kind of left with egg on their face because she just did this, this documentary, and she made it look as if the bank then was her hero. How is the bank your hero? How is the judge your hero when the judge evaluated you and said that, you're permanently in here? How is the judge doing you a favor? How is a bank doing you a favor because you got a red flag because Kevin Jr. was stealing money from you, him and his daddy? My personal opinion. How is it a red flag and you get in trouble for somebody else stealing from you? Make that make sense, y'all. Okay? That documentary made Wendy look even worse. It made her look like she was desperate, that she would lie and tell people that the bank them is doing her a favor by locking her up in a room and saying that she, is permanently incapacitated. Wendy Williams, please. Okay, I understand you want to get free and you got to do what you got to do and say what you got to say, but that story don't line up. It does not line up. And this is where Kanye West is headed right now, y'all. And it's crazy because my day ones, twos, and threes, y'all know I just mentioned this the other day. I said, why in the world is Kanye West and people like, what's his name? Kodak Black out here smoked out in the middle of the street eating chicken. Okay, y'all? Ass popped out his head, just smoking his kneecaps off the hinge. Okay, y'all? Nobody's took over their money. And I said nobody's took over Kanye West when he clearly has some screws missing. He said a couple of things every now and then that make sense, but the majority of the time it doesn't make sense. The things that he says. And nobody's over his money. I said this the other day, and now look at here. This is what they have planned for Kanye. Now, is it going to happen? I don't know. It's a strong possibility because everybody thinks something wrong with him. The whole world thinks something wrong with him. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't happen. And if it does, boy, oh boy, Kanye West, you are in trouble. You better run fast. You better get on a quick plane to where Simmons is at. You better run. because they are making plans to take over your life. And it ain't going to be the same as you in charge now telling wifey what to do, because in a minute she's going to be telling you what to do. And when you don't listen or do what her family members tell you to do or act the way they want you to act and this and that and that and this, they can put you in that little room and you could possibly be standing at the window just like Wendy Williams, just like her, and telling everybody to save you in a minute, okay? But anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.